Dog.
If you ain't talking money, I don't wanna talk.
I'll call you back.
You can tell I got this sack just by the way I walk.
The name of our game is Shoot Your Shot. It is a carnival ring toss game where you pay $3 for 3 rings. If you make none of the rings on a bottle, you lose all of your money and make $0. If you make it onto 1 bottle, you make $2. If you make it onto 2 bottles, you make $4. And if you make it onto all 3, you double your money and get $6. In order to make our probability tree, we needed to establish what a success and a failure would be. In our game's case, a success was making a ring on a bottle, and a failure would be not making the ring onto a bottle. Since there are 3 bottles, the probability of making it on a bottle was 1 out of 3, and the chance of not making it on a bottle was 2 out of 3. To make sure that these probabilities were realistic numbers based on the difficulty of our game, we conducted a series of 30 trials and compared our probabilities. We found that the probabilities were very similar, so we kept them on the tree. Looking at the end results of our tree after 3 attempts at tossing the rings, there was a 1/27th probability of the house losing $3, a 6/27th probability of the house losing $1, a 12/27th probability of the house making $1, and an 8/27th probability of the house making $3.
With 38 plays at our game, I think we could have more, but it was enough in the case of our project. Our experimental earnings per play was $1.50, and our expected value was 0.99. These values aren't close to each other, but they also aren't very far off. However, we think that we didn't have enough diversity because the same player played multiple times. By doing so, different skill levels weren't taken into account for the experimental earnings. This could lead to a discrepancy in our results for comparing the experimental earnings to the expected value. Another factor that could have affected our results were the amount of trials that we did to get our expected value. By not doing as much trials, we wouldn't be getting the true expected value.
We believe we charged an appropriate amount of money and earnings because we were able to make a profit that was more than double with what we were given to start the game off with. If we could do this project again, we would do more trials for our expected value so that it would more closely resemble the actual value. We would also make our game more appealing so that maybe more players would come, leading to a bigger profit.
If you ain't talking money, I don't wanna talk.
I'll call you back.